big up, big up, big up. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone, all nations worldwide. We have a special edition on today's show that we're going to be doing the World Cup Draw. It's going to be a fun one because I know, like myself, I got my little retro jersey on right now. I got Lee in the house with me too. And we've got a bunch of you joining us live right now, which is fantastic to see. Hopefully you're all subscribed and everyone hitting that like button. Lee's gonna probably go make himself some biscuits and
No, I'm plugging my phone in. I thought I had my phone plugged in, but I plugged the wrong connector in. Okay. And it wasn't charging at all.
Right now, we have the FIFA president on stage, blah blah blah, in the crowd, and be as respectful as possible, since I still do have friends at FIFA. But welcome, welcome, welcome. This is gonna be cool because as a step outside the Premier League chaos and everything else, it's a 2026 FIFA World Cup Draw. It's going to be taking place where it's taking place is in Washington, D.C. This FIFA president has been glazing Donald Trump like crazy. So not surprising that it's there. It's at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. And this isn't just another draw. Shout out to Eric, by the way. Shout out to Red Armchair Supporter in the chat, by the way. If you're watching on X, big up to you. If you're watching on YouTube, big up as well. This is the first ever 48-team World Cup. It's going to be hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada. This is the biggest, probably the most boldest, most ambitious tournament football has ever seen. I say that with confidence because there is incredible logistics that have to be created to be able to conduct something over 3 nations, basically over an entire continent, is what we're doing this as. Okay, you got to keep that in mind. This is an entire continent that's participating in this World Cup. We are officially on the road to World Cup. It starts June 11th. It's kind of crazy that it's slowly but surely getting here. It's going to be starting at the legendary Estadio Azteca. That is a very difficult place to play at, and it's definitely one that is incredibly important to a lot of Mexican nationals. And ends on July 19th, and it will be ending in my home state of New Jersey, and it will be at the MetLife Stadium. So yeah, it is one to watch and keep your eye on. I will admit that it's very, very interesting that right now, I know Lee can't see what's happening, but Kevin Hart and Heidi Klum, and I think that's Heidi Klum. Kevin Hart, Heidi Klum, and the FIFA president on stage together.
That's a strange one.
What is that?
Interesting mix of
I know. It is an extremely interesting mix. Oh man. But yeah, they're doing the promo PR type stuff. I knew that that's basically what it was going to be a bunch of in the very beginning of the show. It's like, they bring this whole try to bring the stars out, try to bring the glam and the glitz of Hollywood and the likes out there, so you can kind of be entertained and not just see people picking balls out of a hat. But 42 teams already know they're in. 6 more will fight it out in March, and today are the entire pass. The fates of these teams will be written a little bit more clearly. Shout out to Shakira. And she was just on the screen. And we're gonna walk through some of this stuff. I have a presentation ready for you guys, so we can walk through some of the ideas of what's going on. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Red Orange supporter. She's got a fabulous dress on. How about that? If that's better for you. She's got a gold sequence dress. And geez.
Am I right in saying that she's married to Gerard Piqué?
I don't know. Do not know. Oh, you're thinking Shakira. Shakira I think Shakira used to be. I don't think she's married to him anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he there's a little infidelity there or something, or alleged infidelity, I should say, possibly. But anyway, let's not get into those things. Let's get back into the football. Look, man, Danny Ramirez also is going to be there too. Wait, who is this? Oh, wait, this is what is his name? I know this performer and I can't remember his name. They're so I guess whatever is being done on this station, I'm watching it. They're muting the performance, but it is a rock star from England. And what is his name? Oh man, it's gonna really haunt me that I don't know his name. But all right.
Trying to think who it might be. Rock star from England.
Because right now, the girl from the Pussycat Dolls is coming on stage. I think Robbie Williams. Thank you, Eric. Robbie Williams is on stage.
Robbie Williams. Right?
He's the one that lives. He used to have a castle for his house, I think. I remember because they did MTV Cribs and they went to his house. Yeah. And he has a castle, or at least at the time he had a castle.
Well, a king needs a castle, and for me, Robbie Williams was definitely a monarch of bad music. Like,
there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
He was one of them anyway.
Shout out to Red Armchair supporter. Yes, that is. Oh, he's no rock star. What is he then? What is
he's star, a pop star, Robbie Williams.
Pop star, excuse me. A rock star.
He did have a song called Rock DJ, which was frightful and used to do me as in every year when it was out, coming on every 5 minutes. But,
this is also who Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls is also performing right now. It's interesting. Well, that's an interesting combo. I'll admit that. But I thought Robbie, isn't it? He can't stand the bloke. I got you, Norm. Big up Norm, by the way, in the house. I didn't say I'm a Rob. Obviously, I'm not a Robbie Williams fan enough.
No, you couldn't even remember his name, which goes to
remember his name.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
I know. Oh man, but
if you knew what his name was, I'd be worried about you.
I know. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's what was his famous song? I don't remember.
Angels is probably his most famous one because he brought out a first album which was heading straight for the bargain bin until that blasted song came out and rescued his career. Yeah, all people who don't like music tend to like him.
Wow. Okay. Well, they are on stage right now, belting out a tune. Yeah, I don't know too. Like I said, the only thing I know about Robbie Williams is that he showed his house on MTV Cribs back when that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, here's how the draw works. So I'll just prepare you guys for that, just to show you how the draw works. Let me see. How do I do this here? I can do this. This is the ball that is going to be used. It's pretty cool because basically what it has is, if you see in the blue, there's a star that stands for the United States of America. In the red, you can see is a maple leaf that stands for Canada, or represents Canada. And then in the green, you can see like a eagle. It's somewhat like a Aztec style eagle that represents Mexico. So this is the ball that's going to be used in the actual games. This is a pretty cool looking ball. And again, they're still doing the presentation of, like, the build-up presentation before the actual draw. They'll probably try to, push this out for as long as they can. Big up, Delrad, by the way. Big up. This is the pots that we have set up. As you can see, pot 1 is a host pot, basically. That means that you're a top draw or top team, basically, and a host team as well. The host teams, Mexico, Canada, United States, I know aren't in the top five, teams in the world, but yet they got a host spot because they're obviously the hosts. But as you can see, USA, Mexico, Canada, Spain, Argentina are all going to be in the pot 1, along with France, England, Brazil, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. They'll all be in pot 1. So they'll be the top team. They'll be one of the big name teams that gets put into one of the many, I think it's up to, I want to say 8 brackets. It goes up to like Group H in this right now. So that's going to be the case. You see the rest of the pots round out: Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, Iran, South Korea, Ecuador, Austria, and Australia. Round out pot 2. Pot 3 is Norway, Panama. Panama is my sleeper team in this tournament. Egypt, Algeria, Scotland, Paraguay, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Uzbekistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and South Africa make pot 3. And you can see in pot 4, it's not completely finished. In pot 4, we have Jordan, Cape Verde, we have Ghana, Curacao, which is a tiny, tiny island nation. It's in the Caribbean. They got their entry by drawing with Jamaica, which caused Jamaica to have to go to the playoffs to try to win their way into the World Cup, and that's a big, big thing for the island nation, considering that Jamaica, the Reggae Boys, are normally a viable force in our region. But they're going to show DT. This guy, like I said, he's been glazing DT from the very beginning. He actually gave Donald Trump, or I won't even say his name, sorry. He actually gave DT a replica trophy for the world. I think it was for the World Cup. Yeah, he gave him a peace prize too. They created a FIFA peace prize to give to DT. Oh my goodness. It is absolutely pathetic. That's pathetic. Give it up. That's so pathetic. Anyhow, but I know I'll probably get backlash for saying that, but it is what it is. I think that's pathetic. But he loves things gold, so it's probably in gold or something like that. But again, Ghana, Curacao, Haiti, which is incredible. Big up to Haiti. Haiti's not even a small island nation, by the way. Haiti is half an island, okay? So, like, you got to really consider that. Like, half of the country is Dominican Republic, and the other half is Haiti. That's how small Haiti is. But Haiti made it into this World Cup, and New Zealand has made it into the World Cup. New Zealand has always been one of the Pacific powers when it comes to, I guess you could say, football. Big up Lee Wizkid. Big up. Respect to Haiti for sure. What are they giving out? Is this they're giving out the stupid peace prize now. Oh my goodness.
Well, let's hope the peace lasts. Let's hope the peace lasts. Put it that way.
Yeah. We'll see. But now they're going to present the Peace Prize thingy, whatever it is, to DT, and I don't know if he's going to be on stage for it or not. But yes, he is, of course, and they gave him a microphone. Oh goodness! All right, UEFA Pool 1 winner. You got the UEFA Pool 1, UEFA Pool 2, 3, and 4. You got the UEFA Pool 1, 2, 3, and 4 winners that are going to be the final 4 spots in the draw. And then you have the international pool. So what's interesting is they take it where they take the different regions, the 4 different regions, and they put it into an international pool, and put together that into a playoff to see who wins and gets their berth into it. He put the medal on. Big up KJ, by the way. Big up KJ. Jamaica, you got a lot of, man. Jamaica, stand up. Reggae boys, stand up. You got to step it up, brothers. You have to definitely see that happen. That'll be really, really, really disappointing if Jamaica, again, a long time, powerhouse, or a long time, I don't know if I want to say powerhouse, but certainly a long time player in the mix.
Been good competitors, haven't they? Absolutely. I mean, we've got a massive Jamaican population in Britain. So, there's loads of British channels actually that cover the Jamaica games. I've seen a few when Jamaica are playing. We'll cover the games and that.
Yeah. So you might be asking, where are these games going to be played? And that's a very, very good question. Very good question. And guess what? I have the answer. All right. So. Trying to do my best to be the host with the most here. This is going to be the regions that we're going to see the games. I'm disappointed that Phoenix didn't get a game in entry into this, but Seattle, San Fran, Denver, LA. I might be going out to some of the games in LA, which will be fun. But I'm definitely going out to a game or two in Philadelphia, and if I can get my hands on some, Mr. FIFA president, if you remember, I doubt you do. Well, you weren't the FIFA president when I worked there, but hook a brother up maybe for that final in New Jersey. Let me come home, represent. But I will definitely, I'm definitely going to some games. I know that. Hopefully I'll get to go to see, I'm trying to go see, I know my brother is going to, that we're going to figure out, because where the games are going to be is still to be determined depending on what the group is. Okay. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go see Brazil play. I'm definitely going to see Colombia play. Obviously I'm going to see United States play as well. And then anything else is just, anything else I can, be able to luck my way into getting tickets for is probably what I'll end up trying to do. I'll definitely vlog it. I have the vlog from the time I went to the game. I'm just like, it's sometimes difficult to do all the editing and everything else by myself. I need to get a good intern or something. I don't know. So if you're an ASU grad, or not grad, but ASU student out there, maybe if you're looking for a gig, hit me up. But or wherever you are, it doesn't matter. But these are the games that they're going to see. Edmonton, Montreal are the 2 cities in Canada, and Toronto, are the 3 cities in Canada that will be getting the bids to host games. Toronto is an incredible place to watch games, by the way. Edmonton is an interesting choice, by the way, considering that there's no MLS team in Edmonton, but it's a very interesting choice to see. Obviously, the Edmonton Oilers, for those that follow hockey, Wayne Gretzky, that era is Edmonton's known for that pretty much, more so than anything. Montreal, big, beautiful city. It is a place where you can definitely. Montreal's a very beautiful city. Henri was the coach for that team, by the way, when he coached in MLS. If you did not know that. And then obviously in the in Mexico, before I go into America cities, in Mexico, Monterrey, which is going to be a dope, really, really dope city to see the games in. Guadalajara, and then Mexico City, which is where we're going to see the start of this tournament happen. You also have am I freezing? Hopefully I'm not freezing. Am I back?
No, you're okay. No freezing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Hopefully I'm back. In the United States, you'll have Miami, Orlando, you'll have Houston, Dallas. Those are the southern states. Atlanta, possibly out of those cities, that is going to be a great place to see it. I would say, honestly, Seattle is going to be incredible to watch the game because they're the football / soccer, whatever you want to call it, but the football base is incredible in Seattle. I'm surprised Portland didn't get a bid or get a city, in this, because Portland is in this country. Portland and Seattle, I would say, are the two most fervent cities that follow football in America. Like the followings for their teams are absolutely incredible. But New York, New Jersey, why it says New York, New Jersey is because it's going to be in New Jersey, but they call it New York, New Jersey because the New York teams, like the American football teams, play in those venues. And then you'll have Philadelphia, you'll have Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore, great city. Washington, D.C. You have Cincinnati that just built an incredible stadium that's going to be very fun to see. Nashville, that has a great city. Nashville is absolutely incredible. I know that's probably someplace that Norm would like to go to. Who's Liverpool at MLS again then? Oh, wow. That's a good question. I'll star that, KJ, and think about it. I'll think about that answer. But what I was saying is, Norm, like I said, Nashville, home of Elvis, home of home of definitely is home of country music. It is definitely a great city to embark on. A lot of good food, a lot of good restaurants, a lot of really, really good live music scene there. And then and they actually do have a good football club too. There's an MLS team in Nashville too. Kansas City, Denver, San Fran. It says San Francisco Bay Area. That's a very interesting distinction, because that probably means that maybe a game will be hosted in Oakland, possibly. We'll see about that. Los Angeles, obviously everyone knows LA for what it is. And Dallas, Houston, Orlando, and Miami round out the rest of the cities. I would probably say if I was recommending a place to go see a game at, I would honestly say Atlanta has possibly one of the coolest, one of the strongest fan bases when it comes to football, which is surprising. I think their football team rivals their American football team, like the number of people that show up for the games because they play in the same stadium. It's pretty incredible. They have right now they have the trophy on display, with they're just showing off the World Cup trophy. But I would say Orlando is cool. Miami is incredible. Obviously, they played in the Hard Rock Stadium. Miami is incredible because it's Miami. LA is going to be really cool to see as well. I'm wondering where they're going to play the games in LA. They'll probably play it in the Coliseum, which is it. If you've seen the Coliseum in LA, It holds about 100,000 people. It is going to be incredible to see.
That'd be good. That'd be really good. Sounds like a great venue, like the Coliseum. Everybody wants to go to the Coliseum, don't they?
Or yes, the Rose Bowl. Yeah, the Rose Bowl, Coliseum. Those are the names of the other places that they play. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. All right. So, so that brings us again to the draw. I'll show you how the draw is set up. It's going to be set up where they're going to show. I have set up where they'll show Group A, they'll show Group B, Group C. As you can see, it'll be set up so that you can see like the actual settings of it. I have it all the way up to Group H. Excuse me. I included the USA and Canada, blah, 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 that kind of stuff, Mexico. They're simply so that you know those are the host nations, and they automatically have the top draw in that group. So they're not going to USA, Mexico, whatever. They're Canada. They're not going to be drawn in the act. They're already drawn in their groups. So just so you know. Shout out to Lee, by the way. Thank you, Lee. Definitely, if you are a fan of Liverpool history and or just football history in general, check out Norm's channel. Norm is, if you're in the YouTube chat here, he is. Let me see. He is under Retro LFC, and he is. This is his, and Lee put his link to his channel. So be sure to subscribe. Look, there's over 80 people watching this live. So definitely, if you will, do us the pleasure of and the honor of there's Ancelotti in the audience. Do us the honor of subscribing to this channel, Norm's channel. Support us all. We're all just football patrons, and we all enjoy speaking and talking about football and doing the proper work in enlightening, educating, and learning as well in turn. I will admit, I don't know how old Heidi Klum is, but she has held up very well for her age. I know that for certain. All right. Let me see. And I don't know who it is. Yeah, she's 52 years old. And she's married to Tom Cullitz. I don't know who Tom Cullitz is.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know.
Sorry, man.
She used to. I remember when she was married to Seal. She used to be married to Seal back in the day.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, he had a massive hit with Adamski before he did his solo career. That was the first time he ever seen Seal. Song called Killer. It was a dance. It was a club tune, like a big club tune back in the day. Then he had his solo career. Yeah, good singer, good voice.
Okay. Oh, okay. He's a guitarist in the band Tokyo Hotel. He's a German guitarist, songwriter, and producer, and is best known for being a guitarist at Tokyo Hotel. I've never heard of that group.
No, okay. I haven't.
All right. Anyhow. Big up, High Lord. Big up. Good to see you in the chat. Big up to you. Oh man. So again, so this is how I have it set up. While we're still going in on the with this, waiting for the draw to be done. Oh man, Gianni Infantino is hogging the stage. But yeah. I'll be honest with you. You know what it would be kind of cool to see is if they would just if they tried to get things involved and everything else, they just involved a very diverse presentation of leaders for FIFA. Maybe bring in some youthful, younger names. Maybe someone from America with locks could become the next FIFA president. Maybe. All right. Anyhow, I think Lee would vote for me, right? You'd vote for me?
Yeah, for sure, mate.
There you go.
Sure.
There you go. All right. So, says Norm is asking, so are USA playing all their groups games at one stadium? Like, say, if England held it, they play all their group games at Wembley. That's it. That's a great question. You know what I do really recognize is this: they're about to get to the final, or finally about to get to the drawing. By the way, they're bringing out the people that are going to be, drawing the
dignitaries. The dignitaries.
Yes, the dignitaries. Actually, you know what? That's the president of Mexico. I do know that. That's the Canadian president, by the way, that's on stage currently. So that does mean that Donald Trump will be on, or DT will be back on stage one more time. Yeah. Okay. And the final, so there's 3, and then the final group, the final group is, who's picking for the final 4th group? His question is. The Prime Minister, if you want to call it correct. The Prime Minister of Canada. Excuse me. I did say President of Canada. The Prime Minister. They have a Prime Minister, High Lord. Let's see. Still waiting on this. Now they're letting the dignitaries speak. So that's just another bit of just making it longer than it has to be, but it's all good. I did do a little bit of a presentation with the actual teams as well. I brought together. This is Argentina's kit. Argentinian team. I just brought up a couple of different countries. Belgium. This will be for Belgium. Brazil. This will be for Brazil. I don't know if Neymar is going to make this World Cup team, by the way, which is kind of crazy. That Neymar, won't be possibly not a part of this Brazilian team. I know I have a picture of him in there, but I like Neymar as a player. This is Canada, Canadian teams kits. Canadian team. This is for Colombia. This jersey, by the way, this kit is cold. I like this kit a lot.
Very nice, yeah. Simple but nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like simple kits. When kits have got too many things all over them, big bag. It's simple kits are very, very good kits, aren't they? And that is one.
Absolutely. Yeah, this one is cold, like the classic Adidas symbol. This is for the centennial representation for the Federation of Colombia as a football team, basically. And then Colombia, you know how to represent Lucho. And then we also have, this is for England, the English kit. England's kits are nice as well, by the way. They're definitely nice. We also have France's kit. France is going to be definitely one of the pre-favorites in this tournament. Germany's kit as well. Germany looking at Florian Wirtz to make a big splash in this World Cup.
That's a nice and quite simple kit, like the black stripe right down the middle and the arms, right? Yeah, it's a really nice kit. I did prefer it when the stripes always came right down to the sleeve, you know, to the elbow. Now they've got bloody this badge and that badge in the way. I preferred it when they were just unmolested, like to reach the shirt sleeve, the stripes on the Adidas kits. But you know, things change, don't they? You've got a lot of sponsors, haven't you?
They do. And then obviously we have I had to represent CAF as well. I had to represent Africa, so I got Ghana represented here. Shout out to Nalante, you know, and the crew. This is Ghana's kit. I think that kit that I have representing right there is a concept kit, so we'll see. Oh, the Canadian Prime Minister almost went before he wanted to. He was supposed to. This is Mexico. Mexico's kit is, I hate to say it, but their kits are nice, by the way. Mexico has some really nice kits.
I'm not that much in love with that one. I don't particularly like that one. The pattern doesn't work for me.
I got you.
I used to have a T-shirt like that when I was a teenager and started going out clubbing, and it was a bloody ugly thing. When I see pictures of myself wearing it now, I think, ugh.
Okay, so we have the first ball that's being pulled right now. Canada.
So Canada's group is getting drawn. The first ball is for Canada's group.
I don't understand why they did that, but yeah, Canada was the first ball drawn. In the second drawing. Okay, wait a minute. Something is going on that's super shady. Canada just reached in and pulled out their ball. Mexico went second, pulled out their ball. So now Canada and Mexico have both been drawn. All right. We're seeing who the third team that's getting picked. There's absolutely no way. Oh my gosh. USA just pulled the USA.
That sounds strange.
Does that not sound weird?
It does. It does.
I mean, it's fresh. That is wild. I know exactly. This is the chat is saying what everyone is thinking, by the way. What the? All right, let's get back to this right here. Big up Oliver. Big up Oliver. I have no idea how that happened. Now he's taking a selfie with them. Okay. He's taking a selfie with them. Okay, that was weird. That was weird. So they reached in, they reached in, they grabbed the ball. And it is weird. It is kind of weird to figure out as well. I understand that. They're now back to the promo portion of the presentation where they're showing clips and of previous World Cups. But they had the the leaders of all three countries come on the stage, and they got behind each one of their groups pots. They reach in. Canada Prime Minister pulls out Canada. The Mexican president pulls out Mexico. And then DT pulls out USA. He even gave him a shot. He even said, do you want to change the, he's like, do you want to change? Because like DT's like, I don't know. I got a lot of pressure going on me now to follow suit. And he goes, do you want to change? Do you sure that's the ball you want to pick? And DT's like, does this guy know something that I don't? He's like, well, let's just see what happens. And it ends up being United States of America. What are the chances that all three of them would pick their own country? Already a little suspect. To say the least. Already a little suspect. But all right. Here we go. They're showing some of the drawings or some of the previous shouts for old World Cups. Again, these are the pots that are going to be that the teams are going to be chosen from. What I'm going to do is when the teams are chosen, I'll do a live. I'll fill in the teams live as they go in, and then I'll refresh and show everyone what the board is looking like. So I've got a lot of typing. If you see me typing, that's what I'm doing. Expect the unexpected. I guess you could say that. You could definitely say that. You've seen a few World Cups, Lee. Is in the chat as well? Tell me, what was your favorite World Cup, by the way? What was your favorite World Cup to watch?
Oh, I would say for sheer enjoyment, 1986. Because I was old enough then to understand football properly, like tactics and that. 82 I wasn't, but I remember 82 fondly. But I was a really small boy then. And the main thing I remember about the Spain 82 World Cup is that Spain has a right back called Lopez Ufarte. Like Ugarte, but with an F, Ufarte. Yeah. Children up and down the land were pissing themselves with glee every time the commentator said, Ufarte, Ufarte, Ufarte. What can I tell you? I was a little boy. It was funny.
That's hilarious. I would have. It's amazing what can entertain us as children. But I was going to say, obviously, the World Cup I remember is the '94 World Cup is probably the one that stands out for me. Obviously, it was very. It was immense. It was definitely immense.
It was a good one. It was a good one, the '94 World Cup. It was Bulgaria got all the way to the semi-finals, didn't they?
Yep.
Which was massive for Bulgaria.
That was massive for them.
Yeah, Cameroon did very well, went to the quarterfinals, played England before Germany saw to England. It was a great World Cup, because you had new team. They weren't new international sides, but they were doing like Cameroon and Bulgaria doing good, getting to the latter stages. It made it a good World Cup because it's always enjoyable when you have surprise packages, isn't it? Like, it's not the same old team always. Like,
yeah, definitely. You know what I was going to say too? I just saw. Shout out to Humbly Humble. Shout out to Nems, by the way. Big up to you. I would have said nostalgia-wise, it was '94 World Cup. I enjoyed the South African World Cup, by the way. The World Cup in South Africa was a big deal because I think it's the first time a nation in Africa had hosted the World Cup.
Yeah.
And also
great venue because of the climate. The climate's much more agreeable than like North Africa and Central Africa and South Africa. Like, so it was good from that point of view for the visiting fans. Like, the climate's more agreeable, I think, like for visitors down there.
I think the only thing that really soured the South African World Cup was the what were they called? The Zubalayas or what?
Vuvuzelas. Vuvuzelas.
Yeah. That made me that soured them. That was the only thing that was bad.
Yeah, I liked it when I first heard it because it made a racket, and you want a racket at football games. But after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you were like, "No, this is too much."
It was like listening. Yeah, it's like listening. It was like watching a football game next to the highway. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. We got JK with us as well. Big up, big up.
How you cool, bro?
Yeah, big up. We got like
Hugo Sanchez
nearly
looks healthy,
100. We're closing in on 100 people watching the show right now. Shout out to everyone that's doing so. I don't know if you tuned in simply because JK just joined the show or not.
There you go.
But big up to all those that did.
Hugo Sanchez looks healthy.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
Yeah,
to be honest, when he played for Real Madrid, Real Madrid played a big team, but like he was fantastic, Hugo Sanchez.
If you ask me, bro, there's going to be a World Cup draw. Which two people you would never think that will be there? It will be Trump and Kevin Little, and they're both there.
Kevin Hart. Kevin Little. He is little. He is certainly little, but Kevin Hart is incredibly tiny. Yes, he is. He's like
who's Kevin Little then, bro?
Maybe I think you got Tom Little and Kevin Hart put together.
Oh my God, Kevin Hart, man.
Kevin Hart, yes. But I'll give a shout out right now. They got Lauryn Hill on stage, so
yeah,
that's an interest. They're all over the place with the placement of talent on stage for tonight.
Well, remember the opening to the '94 World Cup with none other than Diana Ross trying to kick that ball with the thing. I love Diana Ross. I love the Supremes, like, and my girl groups and that type of sound. But it was dead funny, wasn't it? Like having it coming on to kick the ball and that, like, brilliant. That.
Big up everyone in the chat.
I think that's I don't know which Marley that is, but I think that's a Marley on stage, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
She has a relation. She has children with one of the Marleys. I know that, but it's not this individual right here. Lauryn Hill does, at least. But
I bet Taylor Swift's next.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
She's popular. Bro, Kevin Hart and Trump were there. You know she's going to be there.
Yeah. By the way, that's not Ziggy Marley.
That's Bless up Eric. Yeah.
Ziggy. Yeah, that's not Ziggy. It's not Tough Gong as well. I just saw Tough Gong perform actually. Who's this now? They're doing all reggae shouts, so big up. I would not be surprised if Wyclef makes an appearance on this one, but who knows?
Wyclef likes football. I don't know about Praz, but Wyclef definitely likes football. I don't know how much, but he did have a little bit of a liking for football, I believe.
Oh, I get what you're saying, Ziggy. Eric. You're saying that you think that the father of her children is Ziggy. I got you. Praz will not be there. This is not a reunion of the Fugees, even though I would love to see that happen. Only Dave Chappelle apparently can make that happen. So
it's Bob Marley's birthday today, they're saying.
It's what?
Bob Marley's birthday today.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's so poor of me not to know that off the top of my head, actually.
I think no, to be honest.
You love football?
Yeah.
Oh no, he was an absolute. He was beloved. He loved football so much that Ajax created a kit for him. FIFA had to like outlaw it. I think that was the dumbest thing for them to do, but
it was a nice top.
Yeah, I bought that top too, by the way.
I'll next up, KJ, Pops as well, Nems, Red Armchair, Eric, everyone in there. Lee was good. Hope you're all cool.
Okay. Yeah, no, February is Bob Marley's birthday. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it must be Ziggy Marley's then. Whoever, I think it's the singer who's on the stage then, bro.
Oh, okay.
Let me have a look. I'll tell you now. 1 second.
All right, all right. Shout out, shout out. Shout out to that then. I think it was. I didn't think it was Ziggy because his hair was like so. Ziggy's got like long locks, big long locks. All right. We're almost close to getting these things done, which is getting this draw taken care of and actually picked. Hopefully, it's not. Hopefully, it's not as suspect. I don't know if you heard that or not. The drawing, what happened with the drawing, JK, already. But they had the president and the prime minister of president of Mexico, the prime minister of Canada, and the president of America on stage, and they had to draw from the bucket to pick out a ball, and all three of them picked out their home country.
Fixed.
It's wild. The buckets that they pulled out there must have been all the same country.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's no way that's happening.
If they did it again, they're not pulling that out. Never.
No, never.
If you could have one rapper to do a show, to do a song, past, present, whatever, who would you choose?
One rapper. Oh, that's a good question.
To represent like America on this, like.
Oh, to represent America too. Jeez.
A president, did you say?
Red Armchair says Norm.
Yeah, let's have Norm do. Norm can do it.
If Osterman is Osterman going to the World Cup?
Ooh.
Nah,
that's a good
Biggie
question.
Smalls, exactly. Nems, I'm going Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls. We're gonna have like a hologram, 3D hologram or something. Oh man.
I was thinking of
president
Stan Jay. I was thinking maybe like Ronald Reagan singing a tune. I think he's dead by now. Like, but Ronald Reagan singing it'd be funny.
Red Armchair says Ice Cube. I've seen Ice
Nigeria.
Cube.
Yeah, Nigeria didn't qualify. I saw that live. I saw the what's his name? They did a watch along on DR Sports or something like that, and they had what's his the guy that represent the fan that's like delusional. He's like, he always talks about like every time you get into a football conversation, he always talks about the the Invincibles. What is it? Untouchables. That's something else. The Invincibles.
Kevin Costner.
No, he's an Arsenal fan.
And no, what's his name?
Robbie.
Not Robbie. Not Robbie.
No.
Ty. That's it. Thank you. That's why we got
a great yeah. Nice one, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fell out when they lost. He was just like,
you know what he's gonna say if Arsenal win the league. I told you to stick with him. You know, like one of them ones. You know he's gonna celebrate. That's why we got to stop that.
They've worn that Invincibles thing out, some Arsenal fans, like, and I don't blame them because it is a big thing. But when I hear that, wasn't there like a Disney movie, an animated one about a superhero family called the Invincibles? That's all I think of when I hear that, and I never even seen the bloody film. Yeah.
All right. Another breakdown. Because they got Rio Ferdinand answering the phone. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me break down how this is going to work for you guys. Yeah, I know that nation, and when that invincible season wasn't so invincible, but anyway. But let me say this: we've got some very specific rules and constraints in this expanded form. How it's going to work is this way. It's going to have the host nations, obviously, I said Group A would be Mexico, Group B being Canada, and Group D being United States. I don't know why why we weren't Group C, but we were Group D for some reason. Those are set in stone, but pot one has some heavyweights. Like I said, you can see the heavyweights on top there. Top 4 seeds have special placement rules to ensure they don't collide too early, which is a very unique variation to the rules this time for FIFA. In that Spain and Argentina are going to be on the opposite sides of knockout pathways, and France and England will be on opposite pathways as well. So this will guarantee that if everyone wins their group, the top 2 won't meet before the final. There are some rules about confederation rules. No group can have 2 teams from the same confederation, except UEFA, since there's so many teams from Europe, which can have Europe can have 2, but they've got 16 teams that are going to be represented in this World Cup. So obviously, there's going to be a group or 2 that has more than one European representation being shown. The playoff teams are also follow confederation rules and restrictions as well, by the way. So those UEFA pool spots that are there are going to be held to those as well. So the teams that have made it, obviously, are located right there. But we had 8 teams from the continent of Asia, or the AFC. We had 3 teams plus the other 3 countries that are hosting the tournament, representing CONCACAF. Again, the 3 nations that made it for CONCACAF are incredibly important accomplishments for them. Haiti and Curacao, like I said, mentioned, but Panama is another strong team. So far for the OFC, which is Oceania Conference, New Zealand is the only current representative for them. And then CONMEBOL has 6: Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, Colombia, Paraguay, and Uruguay. And then you have 9 nations from Africa, and you have 12 currently for UEFA. I'm already ready to kind of boycott FIFA's selection, at least. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Rio Ferdinand is apparently going to be one of the people that selects the balls, by the way. I hope he's not making the picks. Rio Ferdinand already saying a little cheeky comment while on American soil here, telling the crowd and the audience that you are not allowed to call it soccer. You must call it football, which is very interesting considering the word soccer was created in England. So it's a very unique situation. Stop calling it a name that we created. That's basically what he's saying. That's very interesting.
It is a strange one, isn't it? Like that the term also came from here. What was wrong with football? It makes sense. You kick it with your feet. Right. So that's football. Right. Yeah, it's a strange one where soccer came from. Who thought of that name?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember that I did do some research way back when, and the reason why they stopped was because football, originally in England, especially, was associated to rugby, right? What are you going? You going off screen now? I got you. He doesn't want to be associated with this conversation. I'll just play with you, Lee.
Why is Rio Ferdinand the face of this draw, bro?
I don't know. I already said that. I already told you.
Where's Steven Gerrard, bro?
I know. I already said it.
Come on, man. Rio Ferdinand, bro. This is what I'm saying. This world is like, even the FIFA president. Check him out, bro. Come on. What a joke this world is. Football came from the streets, you know. And now it's got Rio Ferdinand he's the face of the draw, bro, next to Heidi Klum. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
And Kevin Little.
Mad lineup, yeah.
Kevin Little. Yeah, there you go.
Disparate bunch of people that they've thrown together. I don't mind Rio too much. He talks bollocks quite often, but like he was a really good player, so I'll give him like respect for that, for how good he was as a centre back. I'd rather an ex-player who was good talking bollocks than an ex-player that wasn't very good talking it.
Yeah.
Sugar diabetes.
Sugar diabetes. I saw that. He's a boxer, apparently. Too
funny.
There are playoff paths that I spoke on earlier. These will be settled in March of 2026. The Interconfederation playoffs will be held in Mexico. There will be it'll be New Caledonia.
New Caledonia, eh? That was the Roman name for Scotland, Caledonia.
Oh, okay. Scotland already made it, so it can't be them. All right. Then it'll be Bolivia versus I think Ivory Coast, right? Or Suriname. I think that Suriname is Ivory Coast. I want to double check here just to make sure. No, actually, that is the South American country. My apologies. I do know where Suriname is because it's right next to it's in between Guyana. There's a French Guyana, and then there's a Dutch Guyana, and then in between is Suriname. Yeah, I do. I almost sleep with my cap on. Sometimes I don't wear a hat on screen, by the way, sometimes. But yes, I do know of Suriname. I think it's very interesting because the way it's split, the countries are split. It used to be one nation, but now it's two. Now it's three now, actually. All right. Back to my explanations. And then the rest of the playoffs, you have the UEFA playoffs, which are going to be pretty much brutal pass because heavyweights are all over the place. You have Italy versus Northern Ireland. And then you have them facing off either Wales or Bosnia. You have Ukraine versus Sweden versus Poland or Albania. You have Turkey versus Romania versus Slovakia versus Kosovo. That's going to be a very interesting game right there. Denmark and North Macedonia, and then they will be faced off against Czechoslovakia or versus the Republic of Ireland. So they all will be the 16 teams that'll be facing trying to get into the actual play via the playoffs. Let's see. They're announcing the actual. So Rio isn't going to be choosing the ball. He's just a presentator. So that's cool. That's Aaron Judge. He is a New York Yankee. And before him I told you how Edmonton has representation in this World Cup. and Wayne Gretzky is.
Bro, do you remember Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah.
And his dad bought him a Gritsky, not Gretzky top. And I was always thinking,
that's hilarious.
and what it's so funny,
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
And that's him there. It's like I've never seen this Gritsky guy because I remember the show where it was all about Gretzky. He's his favorite player, Chris Rock's younger brother. It was his favorite player and that, and he went to his hotel and stuff. Funny as anything. That's him, bro. He's gone old then. Yeah.
Yeah. Wayne Gretzky's possibly the greatest hockey player of all time.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
They just picked up. They brought in Shaquille O'Neal as well. He's going to be choosing.
Oh my days! Look at the size comparison between them two, man.
I know. I know. Kevin Hart would have to have another Kevin Hart on his shoulders.
Yeah.
To high five. Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, that's how small he is.
Brady, yeah.
Oh, Wayne Gretzky, by the way, just called it soccer. And Rio didn't correct him. That's because he
that beef between Ferdinand and Gretzky.
Yeah, you gotta recognize game, man. Wayne Gretzky is, for those hockey fans, Wayne Gretzky is the thing. He is the all-time, one of the all-time idols out there. All right, again, closing in. Let's hit that 100 viewer rate. Let's hit that 100 viewer spot here, people. Please, we're so close. We're about 3 off of 100 right now. All right, we are close to getting it done here. Close to getting this in. They're still talking to the actual Tom Brady. Also, if I didn't say him or not, Tom Brady is the 4th person. So on stage, they have they chose, what did they say? They chose. Oh, I get why they did what they did. So basically, what they did was they brought 4 of the biggest names of American sports, basically, onto the stage. They brought, obviously, Aaron Judge he's not one of the greatest, but he's currently one of the best baseball players. And then they got Wayne Gretzky, one of the greatest of all time in hockey, and they also have Tom Brady, one of the greatest of all times in football, unfortunately. And not a Boston fan, by the way, so, or at least New England area fan. And
Have
then
a good time, Lee. Yeah.
And then also they have Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greatest of all time in basketball, by the way.
I thought Beckham would be there.
That's a good shout. It's a good shout.
I thought Beckham would have been the Rio Ferdinand.
I think well, all 4 of the people that are on stage though are all from North America, so that's why they have the four people on stage. All right, we're getting close. We're getting very close to finally. They're going through some of the shots for some of the big name clubs or big name teams, some of the heavyweights in this tournament that are already involved, like your Englands and your Portugals and your Spains. Obviously, your Brasilias. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup here. Just waiting to see them to pick these things.
McAllister came on the screen.
Yeah.
You better score tomorrow now.
Yeah.
But I've got the last 2 games right, scorers. I went Isaac and then I went Wirtz. But Wirtz was like an own goal. So tomorrow I'll go McAllister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't jinx yourself, but yes.
Now why? I could just say it.
All right. They're finally done the graphic highlights. Let's see. They are definitely drawing this out as much as they can. Okay. The lady with Rio is she is just like I think she's a commentator, basically. She's just a commentator. I'll get you her name if you want. Her name is give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find her name. Her name is, her last name is Johnson. All right, here we go. Finally, we're going to get to this draw. We're going to finally get to the ball. Tom Brady is just chosen from pot 1. Brazil is the first. Very interesting considering his, hopefully they don't make a comment about his wife being from Brazil to bring up bad memories. But all right, Brazil is the first to be chosen. They will go into Group C, position 1. Brazil has gone into Group C, position 1. Germany. Germany is the second team to be chosen. They go into Group E, position 1 for Group E. These are all for the group for the obviously the position 1 spots in groups. Holland, the Netherlands, has been chosen as Group F. Position 1 is Holland, Netherlands. Let's see. Group G will have Belgium. Belgium will be the chosen team. This will be, I think, possibly one of the last hurrahs. Not necessarily last hurrahs, but certainly one of the more vaunted last hurrahs from the golden era of football for Belgium. And last, Spain. Spain has been chosen for Group H. H. Oh, and you know what? There are actually there's more than what I have actually. Let me double check that is. There's L. There's up to L. Argentina has been chosen. Argentina has been. Argentina has been chosen for Group I. Oh, excuse me. They're going into J, into the J group. So Argentina will be in Group J. That means we still need Group I to be chosen. France has been chosen. France has been chosen. They will be Group I's selection. They will be Group I's selection. And Now we're on Group K, which is kind of ridiculous how many groups there are, by the way. Portugal has been chosen for Group K, by the way. And obviously, now this will be England's spot because they are apparently the balls are very difficult to open up. England is the country that has been chosen last but not least to be in group what is this? Group L. Group L. It's a lot of groups, by the way. It's a lot of groups. They're showing the Spain former keeper. So if you want to see what we have so far, we have Mexico in Group A. We have Canada in Group B. This is for the top spot, at least. Brazil in Group C as the top spot. Obviously, USA in Group D. Group E would be Germany. Group F, Netherlands. In Group G is Belgium. Group H, Spain. Group I, France. J, Argentina. K, Portugal. And Group L, England. That's where we have that right now. Group L is England. So let's see who these big teams are going to be playing next. Rio screwing up the presentation a little bit there because yeah, who is this person? Because they're showing the presentation for the actual pots now. Let's see. So we're waiting to see who's going to be the next participants in it. All right, there you go. Also, the name of the female that is on stage co-hosting with Rio is Samantha Johnson. Since you were asked the question, Samantha Johnson is her name. Norway is Tyler's pick for the dark horse in this World Cup. Okay. All right. Ecuador. All right. Interesting. Showing a little FIFA on there. They're showing the pot 2 participants. Obviously, Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, Iran, South Korea, Ecuador, Austria, and Australia are all in pot 2. Here we go. This is going to be picked by Shaquille O'Neal. And also another note, just so you remember, teams from the same confederation cannot be in unless you are from Europe. Teams from the same confederation cannot be in the same group. So that'll have an impact on where they're placed. But we are now with Shaquille O'Neal choosing the first ball for Group A. Wow. South Korea. South Korea. Will be in Group A. So it will be Mexico and South Korea. And the second egg that is being cracked, Switzerland is going into Group B. Group B has Switzerland. All right. Who's going to be joining Brazil is the big question. Here is these eggs must be difficult to open because Shaquille O'Neal is not a small guy. And he is struggling to open up these eggs. But Morocco will be in. Morocco, very good African team, joins Brazil in the Group C. And Brazil versus Morocco will be the first game, by the way. Brazil versus Morocco will be the first game. Next, Group D, who's going to be my Americans? The Americans are going to be up against Australia. All right. I think they're what do they call it? The Socceroos or something like that, right?
Socceroos, yeah.
Right. All right. Set position 3, but I'm just putting in position 2. Ecuador is going to be joining Germany. Ecuador is going to be joining Germany. Position 4. All right. I'm going to try putting them into positions that they're saying. I don't know why they're going into different positions here, but Japan, Ichiban, Nippon. They will be joining. They go into position 2. I don't understand exactly how a lot of the positioning is going with this, but Iran is going to be the next ball that's being chosen here. Because like normally you would think that the placements would go like they go into position 3. You would think that they would just be like, oh, okay, they got chosen, they go into position 2. No, apparently not. That's not how it's going down. So I make sure I have to get this correct as best I can here. Uruguay is going to be faced up against Spain.
Tasty.
Yes.
I like it. That'll be a good match, that'll be good.
Yeah, they are they're in the second spot. So that's going to be a very, very big game there. That's going to be that's the first game, by the way. That's the first game. First game in the group, at least. Senegal has been chosen. Is that what I think is going to be the Are they going to be matched up? Okay, France and Senegal are going to be locked up to face each other. I think that's going to be a very, very interesting match, by the way. Very interesting match. Senegal is a very, very formidable power from Africa. And could cause some problems for France. Austria has been chosen next. They'll be in the group of Argentina. I have a feeling they'll be. Okay, they go into position 3. They go into position 3. And we also have Viva Colombia. They will be faced off against Portugal, by the way. That is going to be a big, big game. Oh, they go into position 4, so maybe they won't be facing off in the first game, by the way. They won't be in the first matchup, maybe. Last, Croatia is the final selection here. Croatia is going in. England always with the Croatia. Yeah, it's true. That is true. Croatia and England will meet first. So Croatia and England will be England's first matchup will be Croatia, by the way. England's first match will be against Croatia.
It's an interesting one, you know, with us having a semi against them in the World Cup before the Qatar one in Russia. We had the semi against Croatia, so it throws up an interesting, you know, potential revenge mission for the England side under Tuchel.
Yeah, you can look at it that way. Certainly could look at it that way. You could definitely look at it that way. They're going to show the teams from pot 3 now, but I'm just going to make sure that I have this set up the right way. I guess I might have missed who got for Group B, or no, Group B was Switzerland. I got it. They're in the 3rd spot, and they're about to pick the final, or not the final group, but they're about to pick Group 3. It's interesting the way that they go about picking some of these teams, because it must be related to where they actually are ranked in the FIFA rankings, because some teams are getting placed in the 2nd spot, some teams are getting placed in the 3rd spot, or even 4th spot, is what we saw happen in Group K with Portugal and Colombia. So we have so far a very interesting allotment of teams building up. I'm very interested to see who's going to be the group of death, by the way. Very interested to see who's going to be the group of death.
Yeah. It's always one of the main points of interest, which is the hardest group, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does throw up some there's always at least one really tough group like that you wouldn't want to be in. So
Eric is saying it's the coefficient thing. Yep, that is absolutely correct. Shout out to Eric for that bit of knowledge. That's why I said, you know, it's all about enlightening and educating each other. We do that on this channel, so really appreciate the OGs and those joining us with their insights. All right, let's get to pot 3. We're in pot 3, people, and we will be returning to this to do see who goes in with Mexico and South Korea. USA versus Australia will not only be interesting because we already played Australia in a friendly, and Australia, by the way, the Socceroos, They played dirty when we played against them. They played hecka dirty. All right, Aaron Judge, the New York Yankee, great here, is picking Group 3 or Pot 3. South Africa. South Africa. Okay, so South Africa will be going in. That's gonna be a spicy game. So that's gonna be a difficult game for South Africa, by the way. South Africa is going to be facing Mexico, and because the World Cup first game is going to be held at Estadio Azteca in Mexico. The first game will be Mexico versus South Africa. Qatar has been chosen for Group B. I will admit, Qatar, despite being a small nation in Asia, they are going to be in Group B in position 3. Okay, I have that backwards here. Paraguay. Okay, Group C is starting to round up really, really nicely, by the way. They'll be going into Group D. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, wow. So let me explain what happened. Paraguay cannot go into Group C with Brazil. So what happened is they then have to go to the next available group, which is Group D, which means that USA will be playing in Los Angeles against Paraguay for their first game.
Okay.
Okay. Aaron Judge didn't even try to say, he didn't even try to say Ivory Coast. Cote d'Ivoire, he didn't try to say, he opened it up and was just like, okay. But it's the Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire. It's French for that. Group E. Group E is where the Ivory Coast go. I'm trying to see what spot they got. I think they go into they go in 3. Okay. This is why this whole this country can go here, this country can't go there, and they can't play in the same confederations, and they're the same group as Morocco. So Ivory Coast is, or excuse me, Tunisia, excuse me, is going into Group F. Group F, and they go into the 4th spot. Egypt is the next. Egypt can't be in that group again with Morocco. So now Egypt, Mohamed Salah's team, will go to. So Group G, Egypt, Mohamed Salah's Egypt will face off against Belgium in their first game. Let's see who is the next team to be pulled out here. Scotland. There you go. Scotland, very beloved country to see making it back to the World Cup. They go all the way back to Group C. Oh goodness, wow. By the way, Scotland will be in the group with Brazil and Morocco. That's not probably what they wanted to hear. Saudi Arabia has been chosen. Saudi Arabia. They go into Group H, position 3. Algeria has been chosen as the next choice. Thank you for getting us to 100 people watching the show right now. Big up, big up. Group J. Whether you're watching this on X or watching this on YouTube, big up to the 100 people that are watching this show right now. Big up to each and every one of you. What did I just say? Uzbekistan was chosen. Just trying to keep up with all of the different placements.
12th, did you say that Curacao would be the smallest nation population-wise to ever take part in the World Cup, the islands of Curacao?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one. I always like facts like that, and it's a great thing, isn't it, for a small nation, with a really small population to get to the World Cup. It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to keep up. Panama has just been chosen as the final country. Position 4 will be for Panama, by the way. Position 4 will be Panama. The final ball is Norway gets the final. So Holland's Norway will be the final ball drawn. It's weird, again, like I said, because they go into Group I. So, and they go in as they go into spot 3. There Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure, absolute fantastic football player. Let me see where we're at so far. Let's mute this while he talks a little bit so I can hear exactly. So Panama. So far we have in Group L, England, Croatia, and Panama. In Group K, we have Portugal, Azerbaijan, and Colombia. In Group J, we have Argentina, Algeria, and Austria. Put that one in. I know I missed one.
They're all in the same group, them 3A teams, Argentina, Algeria, and Austria.
Yep.
Triple A.
The AAA battery there. For Group I is France, Senegal, Norway. Norway's in the 4th spot. I'll make sure I have that correct. And for Group I, is France, Senegal, and France, Senegal, Norway is Group I. And then Group H is going to be Spain, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Spain will not be facing off against Uruguay in that first game. In Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, and Iran. Group F, we have Netherlands, Japan, and Tunisia. Group E, we have Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Group D, we have USA, Paraguay, Australia. Group C, we have Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland in the 4th spot. And we have Group B being Canada, Qatar in the 3rd spot, Switzerland in the 4th spot, and then finally we have Mexico with South Africa and South Korea being all correct. All right, let me make sure. So we are on the final pot here. The final pot. So let's see. Wayne Gretzky doing these. This is for Group A, the 4th spot here. Mess. Wayne Gretzky showing a little bit of his Irish accent. He just messed up on Macedonia, by the way, but it's all good. It's all good. We'll move. He gets a pass on that one. Oh, you got another playoff team. Playoff A is going to be in that. So 2 of the playoff teams have been drawn so far. All right. Playoff D and playoff A have been chosen. They're into C right now. Let's see who it's going to be. Haiti has been chosen as. Oof. Congratulations to Haiti. You get to play Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. We're on to Group D. This is our USA's last, or going to be the last chosen for the 4th spot, and it looks like it's going to be Curacao is how it's pronounced. Curacao is how it's pronounced, but Curacao. You're just asking about that. Oh no, they go into Group E. Excuse me, because you know why? Because Curacao is from our region. Curacao is going to Group E. Now we go back to Group D now to see who is going to be in with Paraguay, Australia, and America. It might be, let's see, it looks like it's another playoff team. Iraq, Bolivia, Suriname. Playoff 2. I am not that bothered by that choice. So it looks like United States, Paraguay, Australia in playoff 2. Oh, Group I, position 3. Position I. Jeez, this is so annoying. All right, they go into Group I apparently, and they go all the way. They go all the way to I. We're still waiting to hear who's going to be in America group. All right. Cabo Verde has just made it on to here. They go all the way to Group H. That's going to be Cabo Verde is going to Group H. This is so confusing the way that some of these things are going down here, but we're getting there, people. We're getting there. We are getting there.
Interesting draw, bro, isn't it?
Yep. Let's see who's next.
You could see Ghana going into the US one.
Okay, so it's the playoff game. Playoff C. I think that goes playoff. Okay. Playoff C is now our participant. So that's our European team in our group.
Mm-hmm. It'll be Turkey, but
Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, and Albania. Playoff B has just been drawn. So they go into position F, playoff B. We are now. Jordan has been Jordan has been chosen. Let's see where they're placed. I stick with because they're going all the way to Group J. So Jordan goes to Group J. 3 more choices to go here, people. We are almost at the end of this. Got a whole nother show lined up as well. Okay, so for the Reggae Boy followers out there, we're waiting the winner of their Congo DR versus Jamaica or New Caledonia. So they will be in Group K, that's playoff 1. So they are 2 teams in the playoffs, so that's why they are in K. It is definitely confusing, but we're still waiting for either Ghana or New Zealand to be chosen here. Let's see who's chosen out of the 2. It is going to be Ghana. Ghana has finally been chosen. So let's see where they get dropped into this. Let's see. Ghana seem to be happy. They're going to Group L. So basically, right now, England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama is the Group L. And finally, New Zealand is going to be in with, let's see. New Zealand will be in Group G, I think.
Yeah. Quasi will be happy. England, Ghana, Atlanta, yeah.
No, I doubt that. I doubt that.
So,
There we have it. All right. All right. So let's see. I don't know who we're about to see. Okay. Asamoah Gyan is speaking. Obviously, a big star, but for Ghana. But let me show you guys some of these groups. We have these groups picked out. I'm going to bring this down for 1 second so that I can bring up an updated grouping of all of the groups for you. I know we've gone a little bit over time. I know I have another show scheduled for right now anyway, but I wanted to definitely complete this properly. All right, let's bring this up. Bring this up here. And let's take it to the slide that we need it to be on. All right. Of course, that's not going to be the slide we need. Hold on 1 second, people. So we have the groupings done. We still have to wait for the playoffs to be hammered in, I guess you could say, or actually decided upon. But we are a lot closer to getting to where we need to be, which is having the final deciders of who's in and who's out. We have the draws done. It was very difficult at times to figure out who is in and who is not in, per se. But we're here. We are here. Let me double check and make sure this is getting processed the correct way. I'm going to ask that question. What is the conclusion? Which is the group of death? That is the big question. What would you guys say is the group of death, would you say? I'm going to bring up the actual drawings. Okay, this one has it. Cool. I'm going to add the slide here. This is the groups. Group A is going to be South Africa, South Korea, the winner of playoff D. Group B is going to be playoff winner A versus Qatar and Switzerland. We're going to see Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. We're going to see in Group D, Paraguay, Australia, playoff C, and obviously the Americans. Group E has Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. We're going to see Netherlands, Japan, playoff B. That's a little typo there. Apologize for that. Tunisia and Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, Group G, Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay in Group H. And Group I is France, Senegal, playoff, not play-oof, too, and Norway. I was typing fast. It's not that I can't spell it. And obviously, I messed up on Jordan's name, too. Jordan, Austria, Algeria, and Argentina is Group J. Azerbaijan, playoff 1. Portugal and Colombia round off Group K. And Group L is England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. So, with that said, which group is the group of death, in your opinion? Which group is the group of death?
Really, I need to look at all the groups on one graphic, so we can
I
put them
got
up
you.
against each other by looking at them.
I got you. It's a little bit tougher to do because there's so many teams. But I'm going to say, I would be honest with you. Your England group is not an easy group.
No, it's not. That's not compared to some of the others. Looking at that, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
Panama is not. Panama is my surprise team of the tournament. I bet you.
Yeah.
Or that's the one at least I'm putting as my surprise.
No, it's never a picnic, as I've said before, to play these Central American teams.
Exactly.
Which they qualify as like two Panama. They're never easy to play, so that is a tough group, I will say, for England.
Right. By the way, thank goodness they cut the stream here. They had the village people were going to round out.
Oh, were they with the Germany team this time, redoing their song from '94? Oh, that was so funny. Far away in America, yeah. God, it was hilarious.
I don't know about that, but I just saw that that all of a sudden I saw a cowboy, a police officer, a construction guy. I was like, they had a band out there, and I'm like, who's about to perform the final song? And they're like, are they really going to play YMCA? Oh my goodness! Like I said, they are trying to glaze DT.
See him dancing on stage with village people, Donald Trump.
No, we're good. We're good on that. We're good on that one. Let's see. I think England I think Group L, in my opinion, is the group of death. Croatia, tough team. Ghana, tough team. Panama, tough. Maybe underappreciated. Maybe because not many people have seen Croatia outside this region, see them play. But Panama made it to I think the Nations League final. And they're a tough team. They're always a pain in the neck team when it comes to games. And considering that it's a close enough fight for Panamanians to fly to America or to whatever group they'll have some real backing in the crowd.
Yeah. I imagine they'll have a big support. Yeah, going to the games. That's a tough one from pot 4 for England because it gives us an easier pot 4 team, but that's no easy group. That
it's not. It's really not. Let me make sure. How do you even make sure whoops. Uzbekistan. How do you spell Uzbekistan? I can spell that. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't misspell Uzbekistan here. It's not. Some of the nations are not easy to spell out. And I know I have some typos. I was typing on the fly, so some of them I'm trying to correct the typos that I have here. So, Uzbekistan. Colombia, Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, and playoff 1. Jordan, Australia, Algeria, and Argentina. I don't think that's a incredibly tough one. Hyler was saying Group E or Group I. Let's see what that group is. So Group I is France, Senegal, playoff Group 2. And Norway, playoff Group 2 in Norway. That is a decent group right there. France, Senegal, who's obviously one of the top teams from Africa. Norway, obviously they've really put together a nice team with one of the best strikers in the world. That's going to be a tough draw right there. He also said, make sure I got that one right. Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. That's a nice group. Nice group. He said though, Group E. All right. Group G is Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. I don't think that one is it. Netherlands, Japan, playoff B, and Tunisia. Okay. Group E, he's saying Ecuador, Ivory Coast, Curacao, and Germany. How are you feeling about that group? How are you feeling about that group, JK?
Not so bad. Not so, I wouldn't say difficult. Ecuador, not a bad team. Ivory Coast, not a bad team. So it's a bit tricky, you know.
Yeah.
Good teams. I don't know about the Curacao that much. You know about them?
Curacao is, again, it's a small island nation. Put it this way: even if every person from their nation came to the Meadowlands, which is the stadium that they play in New Jersey, they wouldn't be able to pack it out. That's how small the population is.
So fair play, they got to the World Cup, bro. They might be good.
It'd be
good
close.
As well,
it'd be close. Yeah, it'd be very close. I shouldn't say they wouldn't be able to pack it out. They probably would be, but 156,000 is something. That's the population of Curacao. 156,000 people.
And they got to the World Cup, bro. So they're a good team as well, then.
Yeah. Yep. There's 85,000 females, 70,000 males on the island of Curacao. Is a small. It's a Dutch Caribbean island, by the way, and it is extremely small, But yeah, they will be in your group, and then let's see.
Netherlands, Japan.
Yeah, I did do an actual. If you want to know something about Curacao, I did do a roundup. If you want to ask me on a question on a group or a country, I could tell you because I did do some research on them. If you want to, Curacao, I said it's a Dutch island. Curacao is obviously, since it's a Dutch island, guess what? They play the Caribbean version of total football. Okay, if you want to call it that. Okay. It's Dutch influence. They play a 4-3-3. It's aggressive pressing numbers, and they have a front line that loves to break with speed. They can sit deep. They explode. They usually have a forward that likes to, explode into trying to get into channels. With the Bakuna brothers and those they have offensive-minded fullbacks in their team. That is what Curacao has as their representation. Again, I did a little bit of homework on these teams. So if you ask me whichever nation you want, I can give you a little background on it.
Verde, bro. The Verde team. Verde.
Cabo. Okay, so Cabo Verde, which is Cape Verde, basically, is even though it is a small nation, they have a lot of experience. They're an organized group. They draw a 4-3-3. They love to absorb pressure. So they sit back and try to absorb pressure and then counter. So they're a counter-attacking team. Oldest projected squad in the tournament, by the way. They have the oldest, as in by age, the oldest squad in the tournament. A lot of their players have played for their nation for years, and they play like it. They're calm, they're structured, and they're very hard to rattle. That's my diagnosis for Cabo Verde. Any other nations you guys want to know about? Tell me in the chat if you want to shout out a name. Please do. Whether you're on X, I can see if you're on X and you're there. Definitely.
Group I is interesting as well. France, Senegal, Norway, and then that's a good one as well.
Let me bring up Group I. Hopefully, I can.
Group I. Ireland.
We'll play OOF too. Yeah, playoff too. It's supposed to read. I was typing quickly, and unfortunately, I can't reset it. But playoff too. Norway, Senegal, France. I think that's going to be a very good group. A very, very good group.
That England group is good.
Yes. The England group, I think, is going to, I think the England group is the group of death, to be honest with you.
Who was team 4 in the France, Senegal, and or the what? Who's team 4?
Oh, okay. Team 4 is Norway. Norway is the team. Is the 4th team.
So the other one's the playoff 2. Who is playoff 2?
What playoff? What teams are they, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, playoff 2 is going to be, again, excuse the typos. I was trying to type on the fly and stay up with what they were doing. So some of it was a little bit tough to do. Hold on, I have playoff 2. So the playoff teams are going to be Bolivia versus Suriname, and the winner versus Iraq. Winner plays Iraq. So that's playoff 2.
Well, it's still a very tough group. Senegal, France, and Norway. Before you had that 4th team, so that won't be an easy group. Should be a good one to watch as well. Should be a decent group with some good games.
Big up Hyler, definitely. Hyler is definitely my compadre here, because he's helped me out. Yep, and it's the Iraq, Bolivia, and Suriname is playoff 2. Also, let's see what other any other teams you want to know about. Let's see, Curacao. Playoff C is Turkey, Romania versus Slovakia and Kosovo. You're thinking Kosovo or Turkey is going to be the team. We'll see. Romania is no walkover, and Kosovo is a very good team, actually. Kosovo is a decent team, I think. Let's see. I honestly think that's the team of death. Your group in England is going to be the team of death. This is a very tough team, tough group too. Decently tough group. Morocco, Brazil, 2 heavyweights. Haiti, obviously, small half island nation of Haiti, and Scotland in that group. It's going to be tough. And then Group B, playoff A is Italy, Northern Ireland versus Wales and Bosnia. So that's going to be a decent group for Canada. And then Mexico's got South Africa, South Korea, and then winner of playoff D, which is Denmark, North Macedonia, Czechoslovakia, and Republic of Ireland. So
that'd be quite a difficult group, sort of well matched. South Korea, South Africa, who you said then, the others. That'd be and Mexico, and Mexico. That'd be an interesting group.
Yeah, if you want to know about Haiti, I'll tell you about some of the more unknown teams that I did research on. Let's see. Let me see if I can find where I put Haiti. Let's see. I have to find Haiti. Haiti's down at the bottom here. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Jordan, Japan, Iran, Australia, Tunisia, South Africa, Senegal. I'm looking for Haiti. Okay, Haiti. So what I have for Haiti was this is a team that rebuilt itself mid-qualifying from chaos to compact. They now sit deeper, time their pressure waves, and rely on a hardworking spine and sudden counterattacks. You can underestimate them if you like, but they do have some pace on their team. Their intensity is high, and the diaspora talent is gauge at your own risk. That's at least what I have for Haiti. Curacao, I gave. Cape Verde, I gave that for you. Panama, this is Thomas Christensen's team. He has them playing some of the best football in CONCACAF currently. Possession-based, patient buildup. They use the ball as their main form of control. But don't be surprised if they flip into a back 3 sometimes for some of their attacks. They are flexible in structure, but stubborn in mentality, if you want to put it for the Panama team. Let's see. Algeria, Petkovic's Algeria can look slow and stale for 45 minutes and then suddenly flip the switch. They have loads of attacking flair, and when they press high after halftime, they force mistakes and punish you quickly. Vulnerable in transition, but dangerous when they do wake up. Let's see. Ghana, a pragmatic side. Let me bring up some of the teams too, by the way. I'm going to bring you to some of the actual team listings. Because I do have some of these. I'm going to finish up this with bringing up some of the teams, some of the big name teams that we brought up. I'll bring up Ghana in a second. I'll just go by the big names that I have in here, the ones I put together. Argentina, everyone knows Argentina is a juggernaut. Argentina, I didn't put the teams that they'll be facing just yet because there's still some in there. But Argentina, Scaloni has basically kept the World Cup winning template. He's got high possession, compact mid-block, vertical attacks, and a collective structure that doesn't need Messi to do everything. They'll be one of the oldest sides on the World Cup, but also one of the most drilled and efficient sides, certainly. Let's move on to, let's see, who else do I have? I have about 8 teams on here. Belgium. Let me go skip to Belgium here. For Belgium, Belgium, again, is an older squad, obviously, but they are a very talented squad. There's just the golden generation. The golden generation era is, like I said, over, but they're still brilliant and brutally dangerous going forward. Under Rudy Garcia, they live off of dribbles and box entries. Doku, De Bruyne, still doing his best to keep his World Cup hopes alive. They have those runners attacking you over and over. When you think of Belgium, you have to think attack. They dribble they dribble and they utilize their attack by their dribbling capabilities. Who else do I have on here? Brazil. Let me do one last team. I'll do England and I'll do United States. That's my last two. Brazil. Brazil, I have them being obviously Ancelotti's squad. Still a work in progress. Loads of attacking talent. We know that. Loads of dribblers. Bold questions to be answered at fullback and in their spacing. Ancelotti is trying to tighten them up into a more compact 4-3-3, sometimes going into a 4-2-3-1. If he finds the balance, they could be the team to beat. But if not, they're just chaos without really any direction. I also have Colombia, South America's shot machine. They cross, they shoot, they overload wide areas. Obviously, Diaz cutting in, and you got James floating into pockets. You will spend most of the time seeing yourself defending against this team because this team is an attacking juggernaut. Get to Colombia. And then I said I would skip to these last couple of teams because I do have another broadcast that we have to get to. Let's jump to England. Or excuse me, that's Germany. But I'll do Germany real quick. Since we got we did have JK. Germany, Nagelsmann's Germany is built around the double 10s, which is something that I would like to see our team kind of gravitate towards, but it's all good. Wirtz and Musiala between the lines, they dominate possession. They press high instead of relying on a classic number 9. They let the creators run the game centrally. They're going to be a good team, this German team, I think. In this, they got a lot to prove. Holland, same way. Holland's got a lot to prove as well. I'll do America, and then I'll do England. All right, and then that'll be it. I'll do America and then England. Whoops. So the US of A. All right. When it comes to USA, we are a work in progress for sure. But look, under Poch, we've got a choice to make. We can either stick with the 4-2-3-1, but it often morphs into a 3-2-5 with Pulisic drifting inside, or lean fully into the 3-4-3, which is for more control and width. The basic question in this World Cup for America is, do we commit to one shape, or do we weaponize the flexibility of what I just spoke on? That is the biggest question for the American side. Pulisic is still America's best player, just plain and simple. We have a lot of talented players, by the way, very talented players, but Pulisic is certainly still Captain America when it comes to our efforts. I'm going to go with this last team before we move on, because I'm already a little bit late to get onto our broadcast. Let me bring it back to England, back to the English squad. Hold on one second. Let me find England. That's Ghana. That's France. Colombia. It should be right here. Yes, England. I guess God save the king now, I guess is what you guys are saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. England. Look, England is in a very difficult group, I think. Under Tuchel, they've quietly become Europe's king of possession. They control nearly 74% of the ball in qualifying stages, and no goals conceded, by the way. They have conceded 0 goals. The question isn't talent anymore. It's whether that slow kind of suffocation style of play that Tuchel has created with England can break low blocks when the pressure is on. How are you feeling about England, real quick, by the way? How are you feeling about it?
I think they've got a decent chance of performing well under Tuchel if he's got all his main players available, all his best players available. There's no reason why England shouldn't do okay. That's about as excited as I can get about it. I'm not saying they're going to have a great World Cup, but yeah, they've got a chance. They have got a chance to knit something together as a squad and as a team under Tuchel. Good qualifying. They perform well in qualifying, so that can only help boost morale. But yeah, we'll wait and see on England. But we've got some good players.
Certainly do. Look, we are about to end this feed, but again, for the over 100 people that have been watching, I see that we're still at that 102 people watching the show right currently, or listening to the show in some fashion, whether on X or on YouTube. Thank you to each and every one of you. These are, again, the groups that we have: Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the winner of Playoff D. Excuse the typos. Canada, Playoff A, Qatar and Switzerland in Group B. Group C is Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. We have USA, Paraguay, Australia in Playoff C. We have Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. We have Netherlands, Japan, Playoff B, and Tunisia. We have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay in Group H. Again, excuse the many couple of typos here, but Playoff 2 has Senegal and France and Norway in their group as well. They have Argentina, Algeria, Australia, Jordan in Group J. That should be Jordan, not Jordan. And Portugal, Playoff 1, Uzbekistan and Colombia in Group K. And then finally, Group L is England, Croatia, and Ghana, and Panama, rounding out the final parts of Group L. which again I think is possibly the final group of death there. But we are going to be ending the stream here. Hopefully Lee can stay with me and join me on the next stream that we have lined up. Again, the over 100 people watching this, please do. If you watch Premier League football, please do join us in the next phase of the show, or the next phase of the channel. We're going to be giving you a preview of the Leeds Liverpool game. Thank you for everyone that joined us. JK, thank you for joining us earlier. Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the people before we leave them?
Just thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your contributions. And bring on the World Cup. We're ready for it now.
Exactly. This is obviously not what the World Cup is going to necessarily look like. It'll be all gold. But for right now, this is what it is, because it's got Mexico, Canada, and America all wrapped up into one. North America representing. So big up to the host nations. Big up to those countries and nations that got to see where you're going to be ending up in the draw. Good luck to everyone in the playoffs. Good luck to you eventually in the World Cup, to everyone as well. We will be seeing you on the other side of this broadcast. Take care, and definitely God bless.